Hello, my name is Choi Sung-hyun, also known as T.O.P from South Korea.
Bro, you know what's so crazy about the guy that plays Thanos in Squid Game Season 2? I did not know that he was a part of, like, apparently one of the biggest K-pop groups of all time. And they were like, I think his name's T.O.P or T.O.P, I'm gonna just call him T.O.P. But they were like, yeah, T.O.P was a part of one of the biggest groups of all time. They were selling all these records and breaking all these standards. And then he had this big scandal and it got him blacklisted from the media. It got him blacklisted from acting. And they were like, he even did his role in Squid Game. They were like, he did his role for practically free just to get back in the public eye. And even when he got back into the public eye, the media was denouncing him. They were like, he needs to get his role taken away because it was a disgrace for him to be on there. So bro, I'm expecting him to do something crazy. Like, I don't even want to say what I thought he did, but I'm thinking he did something crazy. And then I seen a video of them explaining what he did, and they were like, yeah, in 2017 he had a drug scandal. And I was like, what? Like, don't get me wrong, I know everybody has their standards on like what's acceptable depending on where you live in the world, but all I could think about in my head was like, bro, if he was from America and worked in America, literally nobody would care. And I genuinely think you can make the argument that in most parts of the world, nobody would care, because I think it's undeniable that bro's character was a standout this season. Like, this is the type of character I wanted to see in season 2. And like, there's so many people online praising his performance. And it's just so crazy because if you go to like Korean media, they're saying it's one of the worst performances they've ever seen. I seen an article that said it was a disgraceful performance. He was loud, obnoxious, like a terrible character. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, that was like the whole point of his character. And I think the thing that's just the icing on the cake that's so funny is that if you go to Netflix's social media, like all of their accounts, Netflix Indonesia, Netflix Japan, they're using this man for all the Squid Games promotion. They're using him like he's like the main character. But if you go to Netflix North Korea or like Netflix Korea, bro, he's nowhere on there. He's literally not being used one time. And I just think that's so funny. And it kind of shows you how like traditional media isn't exactly like how people feel. Like, it really doesn't show how people feel, because all I'm seeing is people praise his performance. But if you go to the Korean media, like, they're really condemning him.
Hopefully there is less shaking in this video, because there was a whole lot of shaking going on, and it was driving me crazy. Anyway, so I'm back, and let's talk about T.O.P from Big Bang. So he was if you haven't seen it, he was in Squid Game 2 in 2024, and I loved it. I loved his performance. What's interesting, when you see like on TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts or whatever, you see Western people or people from other countries other than Korea review his performance online. They praise it. They say he played it well. They're like, and then people that don't even know who he is are like, yo, who was that guy? Because, you know, he did a good job. They like the character. Now Korea is a whole nother story. They said he overacted, and, the character was too much, and or he portrayed the character over the top, no pun intended, and blah blah blah. Well, number one, he was playing a K-pop star who was arrogant and who was a drug addict in the show, the character, and is using like poppers or uppers or whatever he was taking, but that was in the cross. So excuse me, but he was supposed to be obnoxious. He was supposed to be a little bit ridiculous. He was supposed to be arrogant. That's how he's playing the character. That's what the character is. So I feel like because they're still judging him on his past, which is a criminal act there, his past criminal act there in Korea, which is basically he got busted for smoking Mary on the Jane. Now, to me, as a Westerner and other, probably most countries, I mean, with the exception of maybe the Middle East or somewhere like that, we don't care. We just don't care. That's not that big thing. He could have done way worse things. Way worse things on this planet than that. And that's not nothing that I would condemn him for.
โอเคผมขอโทษจริงๆผมแค่
But that's Korea, that's their society, and they feel strongly about it. I'm just generalizing. I'm sure there's some Koreans that think it's BS and don't care about this very much either. But a lot of them do. So I'm like, just leave him alone. Let this man be. Now they say in the production, not the production, I'm sorry, that, you know, he did this for free so he can get himself back out there in the entertainment business. And his two friends here really pushed for him to be in the movie and helped him out. So I think it's good because he was able to expose himself to an international audience. Not that Big Bang isn't known internationally when he was with them, but it's not, they were pretty big, really big, but in K-pop, but not maybe to the extent of BTS, how BTS is today. So there's that. You know, my opinion, does it count? I mean, to me it does. But as far as that country is concerned, no. And he still is a resident or lives there, I believe. But I feel like maybe with this exposure, and Squid Game, I'm going to say it again, is a
global phenomenon, is a global hit.
There may be more opportunities out there to do acting work in other countries, maybe other Western countries. I believe he speaks some English. I don't know how fluent he is, and I don't know if he speaks Mandarin or anything else like that. Or maybe he does. I don't know. But he might speak Japanese. So, for him, I think this is a good thing. Even if the general Korean public doesn't agree. Because like I said, he'll have this international exposure through this show. But leave the man alone. My God, he's already served that time. I think they were saying he was supposed to get like 10 months in prison, but he did probation or something. Now, I'm not going to talk about that other band member, Sungri. From that other video, you can look it up and see what he did. And he did do prison time. I think a couple years. So I don't understand what's going on in their minds. And when you compare what Sungri did, I'm probably saying it wrong. I don't know, because he gets some kind of pass or whatever. He's out of prison. He's like going around to like Southeast Asian countries. I'm not sure what the hell he's doing. Like Laos and Vietnam and places like that. Maybe Thailand. I don't know. So there's still fans out there that still like him, love him, despite his scandal, his crime. I don't want to talk about him though, at all. Anyways, did I mention I've seen Big Bang in concert here in the United States, in New Jersey, and it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. And the other one did like do most of the talking in English for the show. They gave, shout outs to the local cities on that East Coast, because that's where, New Jersey was a good meeting point. Anyways. Anyway. What is Garden State? And a lot of it is garden. There's a tulip farm here in New Jersey. Oh, no, I don't live in New Jersey. I'm sorry. I used to when I was a kid. It was a wee little lass. But no. Anyways. In my opinion, they're just gonna have to get over it. Just gonna have to get over it. Move on. It's been years, and I can't believe the anger that they might still have about this. But anyway, I don't know. I'm coming to it with my American mindset. So, what does that mean? What does that count for? Nothing. Anyway, just leave this damn man alone. Move on. He's moved on. You move on.
Oh yeah, peace.